All right.
All you, Neil.
Thanks.
It's your house. Yeah.
Tried not to be on the news that
Yeah.
time, so, but that's all right.
You're not doing a very good job.
All right, fair enough. Very good. Very
I
good.
could ask everyone
All right.
from the media, put Neil on the news.
All right. Well, welcome to the Lancaster Labs. Appreciate it. Thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank Governor Shapiro and his administration for joining us today and for all the support and helping us to continue to grow here in the great state of Pennsylvania. I'd especially like to thank you, Governor, and your team. Done an excellent job. It's been an absolute pleasure working with Secretary Sager. Really enjoyed working with you, Secretary, and the partnership over the past year to make this happen. And I'd also like to recognize Ezra Rothman and the EDC. Again, they've continued to ensure the economic success of Lancaster County, and they're a great partner also. For the past 65 years, Eurofins Lancaster Labs has been a pillar of this community. While we may not be a household name, our dedicated staff ensures your safety every day. From our humble roots as a small food testing lab, Eurofins is now the #1 testing organization, ensuring that the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, the medicine you take, and the medical devices that you use are safe. Every day we look out for people all over this community and all over the world. We're proud to continue that mission here in Pennsylvania through this expansion and addition of scientific jobs for our community. I wanted to thank the leadership of Governor Shapiro, and including and also our CEO, Joe Martin, and leadership under Tim Osteich, our EVP, for supporting this expansion. I'd again like to thank Governor Shapiro for helping us make this happen. We look forward for years to growth in Lancaster. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for coming today.
Glad to be with you. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil. And for our friends in the media, it's Salerno. That's how you spell his last name for the Chiron. Neil, you did great. And thank you. And thanks to you and Tim and your team for the great tour. I learned a lot. I was saying to them as we walked through, I was going to be full of probably dumb questions, but I learned a lot. And it allows me to go out and preach the gospel of Eurofins, not just here in Lancaster County in Pennsylvania, but all across this Commonwealth. It is really, really an impressive company. And I know this is a big day for Lancaster County, a big day for the Eurofins family, and yet another concrete example of how Pennsylvania is on the rise. We are growing economically, we're creating jobs, and most importantly, we're creating opportunity here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is also a great day to thank Eurofins for their commitment to Lancaster and to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is a company that quite literally is the leader in the world. And so it means they can be anywhere in the world, but they've chosen to be here in Lancaster, here in Pennsylvania. You know, there's been a lab on this site supporting good paying jobs in life sciences in this community since, I think, 1961, I believe. And since 2011, it's been owned by Eurofins. And over the decades, Eurofins has shown a commitment to growing and employing even more of our neighbors right here in Lancaster County. Eurofins is one of the largest employers here, and Eurofins is now ready to expand again and get even larger, investing $147 million in this site right outside those windows there to build a new facility to have the largest biopharmaceutical testing laboratory in the world. And I want to confirm, I say all the time that they are the largest in the world, and I confirm today they are indeed the largest in the world. Eurofins is going to use that $147 million investment to increase lab and office space here at their Lancaster campus by adding about 300,000 square feet. That's going to allow them to scale up the crucial laboratory testing they perform to support everything from drug development by researchers to testing the food and the air and the water quality that we rely on every single day. So from your kitchen table to the drugs you take to the air you breathe, this is the company that makes sure it is safe. In the process of their expansion, they're not only going to retain their 3,000 jobs statewide, they're going to create 250 more great paying opportunities for Pennsylvanians. And I'm proud to announce that our administration, under the leadership of the great Secretary Rick Sager, who you will hear from in a moment, are investing more than $2 million to help Eurofins do this important work. We're not only helping bring more crucial testing to more people, we're creating more new opportunities for folks here in Lancaster. And we know that when we invest in a company like Eurofins, we're also having a positive downstream impact on industries that rely on the testing that Eurofins provides, including our growing life sciences industry right here in Pennsylvania. They're doing testing for folks all over the world. But now, as we grow our life sciences in Pennsylvania, it will be easier for Pennsylvania companies to access the world-class testing that goes on here. You know, I think you all know, under our administration, Secretary Sager's leadership, we created the first Commonwealth-wide economic development strategy in nearly 2 decades, and we have adhered to it. And as a result of adhering to it, we are creating jobs and growing our economy in Pennsylvania. We chose to focus just on 5 core areas of growth opportunity. One of them is life sciences. This is an area where I believe we are poised for explosive innovation and incredible growth. We have the chance to seize that opportunity and supercharge the fast-growing life sciences industry here in Pennsylvania, and Eurofins is both an important part of it and a beneficiary of more job growth and opportunity in that area. Think about it. We are already home to not just wonderful businesses, but world-class research institutions, from Penn and CMU to Pitt and Penn State. Taken together, our Pennsylvania colleges and universities rank 4th in the nation in life sciences R&D spending. That puts us in an incredible position to be able to grow and expand and build on those big brains at our universities. On top of that, over 100,000 of our neighbors in Pennsylvania already work in the life sciences industry. And think about this, half of all vaccines produced in the United States are produced right here in Pennsylvania. So, you know, about half the population has a little bit of Pennsylvania in their bodies. That came out weird. I didn't, that should be off the record. Hopefully you know what I mean. Attribute that to Neil, actually, if you don't mind. That would be great. So as a result of this expansion, the Eurofins Lab here in Lancaster will be Eurofins' largest location around the world, the largest of their 950 locations globally, and it will be the largest biopharmaceutical testing lab in the entire world. More opportunity for our researchers, greater opportunities for Pennsylvanians. It means more hope for families worried about loved ones who are waiting on care, needing it to be tested here. It means more jobs and economic opportunity for our entire Commonwealth. Here in central Pennsylvania, we are seeing life sciences grow. It's no longer just a Philly or Pittsburgh thing. It's now here in south central Pennsylvania and expanding to other communities that have oftentimes been left behind. Consider this, just last year, Secretary Sager and I announced that GSK, right in Marietta, is investing $800 million more in their facility to expand R&D. And today's announcement from Eurofins builds on that progress right here in south central Pennsylvania. So we're going to keep investing in this industry. We're going to keep investing in great companies like Eurofins so they continue to grow here in the Commonwealth. I'll just say this to close. I really want to thank Neil and his team for continuing to bet on our Commonwealth and bet on our community. As I said at the top, Pennsylvania is on the rise, and folks are taking notice because of the important work we've done to make our Commonwealth competitive again by leaning in on our strengths, especially on the life sciences. Together, Democrats and Republicans and I have worked together to cut taxes 7 times in my 3 years as governor to spur more growth. At the same time, we've made strategic investments in economic development to have the resources to be able to help a company like Eurofins. And folks are noticing. Site Selector magazine named us the top state in the Northeast for economic competitiveness. Forbes rated us one of the best states in the entire country to start a business. And a Moody's analysis just found that Pennsylvania has the only growing economy in the entire northeastern part of the United States. That's because of the work we are doing together, the partnerships we're building with the private sector. But as the year ends, while we're proud to look back on a really successful 2025 when it comes to economic development, we're not resting on our laurels. We've got a lot more work to do in 2026 and a whole bunch of announcements in Q1, which we are really excited about. We're going to continue to support Pennsylvania companies. We're going to continue to support the life sciences, and we're going to continue to be there for Eurofins as you grow to be an even bigger worldwide leader in this space. So I want to thank Neil and his entire team. I learned a lot today, and we are proud to partner with you to make progress here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And with that, it is my pleasure to invite up Ezra Rothman to say a few words, who's been a great partner in this progress. Thank you.
Good morning. Let me start right off the bat by congratulating Neil and his team and the governor on this exciting project and partnership. I'm Ezra Rothman, the president of EDC Lancaster County, which is Lancaster's lead economic development entity. Our mission is around advancing the economic health of our community by helping companies who are already here to stay, grow, and thrive. Eurofins Lancaster Labs is a great example of that, a company that continues to grow in our community while demonstrating the key role that Lancaster County has to play in the continued growth of life sciences across the Commonwealth. I'll also add that this project specifically demonstrates the bridge from our community's economic past into our future. Lancaster Labs was founded almost 65 years ago to support local farmers and our ag industry. Fast forward today, and as the governor mentioned, this is the preeminent testing facility in the world, in addition to one of Lancaster's largest employers. Now, from a local economic development perspective, I think one of the most exciting elements of this project is Eurofins' continued partnership with local higher ed institutions, specifically Millersville University. That partnership provides an opportunity to directly pipeline students into highly technical, future-oriented jobs and provides us as a community the opportunity to retain those students here while attracting in highly qualified professionals into our community. And it's elements and partnerships that go into projects like this that I think not only show how, but why Lancaster's economy will continue to grow and thrive into the future. And I want to conclude by recognizing the governor and his administration for their continued partnership and support. Whether it's PETA loans to help support our farmers and manufacturers, to engaging with Business PA on larger projects like this, we feel that we have a trusted partner who shares our desire to speed up the process and help get projects like this done. So with that, I'll turn it over to Secretary Seiger, who can't seem to get enough of us here in Lancaster County.
Thanks, Ezra.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is a terrific day. It is so good to be in Lancaster County once again with Governor Shapiro, with all of you. There's a couple people that we need to recognize before I go any further here. The team at Business PA who really did this work. Dara Bostic, Mike O'Rourke, thank you both for being here. Thanks for your hard work. You're both very long-time employees of this department. And back in April when we visited Neil and the team together, we knew, I think, that this project would be something special. Also, really proud to be here with Brent Vernon, who really leads our entire project management group. Thank you, Brent, for your leadership over many years here in Pennsylvania. And thanks to Ezra and John B. Miller, who's here too. Economic development's a team sport. We can only do this job at the state level when we have terrific local partners. And don't tell anybody I said this, but I think Lancaster's really among the very best in the state. So this is like what our team does. This is what Business PA is all about. It's the arm of Governor Shapiro's administration responsible for helping Pennsylvania businesses grow and recruiting new businesses. As I mentioned, we've been in regular contact with Eurofins actually for years. And so when I came out here several months ago, we couldn't have been more excited to put together a package to get this project over the line. And I will say it's really a terrific example in particular of the governor's strategy come to life. A renewed focus on business retention and expansion led by Michael O'Rourke, Lancaster native, by the way. This is exactly the kind of project we want to support because Pennsylvania, as the governor said, is winning in the life sciences. It's evident based on major expansion projects we've seen across Pennsylvania like GSK and B. Braun, and we add to that terrific list today with Eurofins. We've got the workforce, we've got the R&D capability, we've got the quality of life, and we've got the business climate, not just to develop the latest medical technologies, but to produce and commercialize them here too. And that's why, as the governor said, we made sure life sciences was a really important part of our 10-year economic development plan. As an administration, our goal really is to double down where we have strength, ensure we support projects that move that strength forward, and that's exactly what we're doing today with this expansion. As the governor said a minute ago, Pennsylvania's on the rise. Through our work and his leadership on permitting reform, through investments in site development, as well as through the hard work of our team of few folks who are here today to represent. We're bringing new businesses to Pennsylvania, and we're helping companies like Eurofins expand right here. That's the get stuff done attitude we talk about, and I know that mindset is shared not just by the state, but by all our partners here in Lancaster. Last point, and maybe the most important, thank you. Thank you, Eurofins, for your continued bet on Pennsylvania. Thank you for this investment. Thank you for continuing to grow and succeed here. If there's any way we can continue to support that growth, we very much welcome it. Thank you very much. And with that, I'll turn the podium back over to Governor Josh Shapiro. Thanks.
Thanks for great work. All right. Neil, this is the part where the media asks random questions that you have to answer. So, all right. Go ahead. Yep.
I have an on-topic question.
Great.
So this actually might be for Mr. Salerno. I'm curious, what sort of impact has federal policy had on Eurofins' operation here?
Sure. From a federal policy standpoint, again, I think we are kind of that key supply chain within the pharmaceutical and medical device and environmental testing. So anything that happens from a regulation standpoint or onshoring will have an impact on us. I think as we continue to see expanded growth and need, particularly in the pharmaceutical market, that continues to benefit what we need to do in order to be able to bring safe medicine to market.
Has reductions in federal funding for this type of research impacted your operation here?
We have not seen that for us. Typically, that's going to impact more of the manufacturers or the research and development team. For us, a good portion of what we're going to do is going to be helping them streamline their process in order to get those to approval process and make sure that they're safe to the public.
Yeah. Anything else on this? Yeah.
Just wanted to ask, you guys talked about the job growth, and especially keeping, basically the best here, for this. This is a question for Neil and also for the governor. How important is it to keep, especially students from those who are here, and also other life science students across the state, across the eastern here to work here? How important is it with this partnership?
It's critically important, and a huge focus of our education agenda has been creating a pipeline into great companies like Eurofins, literally creating opportunities for students in high school to learn the skills they need, to have their eyes open to different possibilities where that might take them into college or straight into the workforce or into a trade school, you name it, but to have career opportunities presented to them as early as in high school. And then partnering with our community colleges and others to create, and state system colleges, to create these pathways of opportunity. We talked about that earlier, and there are a number of great partnerships they already have, from community college to state system schools, that open up doors of opportunity for those students to come right here to Eurofins, receive the specialized training they need to be able to work here for a good long while. That is going to be a continued focus of our administration, for years to come, to not just invest in education, but to invest in the opportunities that come after you've completed your education. Anything else on this?
Like you said, there's eyes on Pennsylvania, and as the year wraps, what can you tease us for your plans for next year?
What can I what? I didn't hear you.
Tell us about your plans for next year.
What can I tell you about my plans for next year? Look, we're going to continue to bring Democrats and Republicans together to get stuff done. Continue to build on the success we've had on education, safety, and economic opportunity. Those have been the three constant pillars of my work. And let's look at the results. We've invested more in education, and graduation rates are up. The number of teachers are up. All the indicators on education are moving in the right direction. On safety, I made a commitment that we would hire 2,000 more police officers. We're at nearly 1,900 now. We're going to hit that 2,000 number, and crime across the Commonwealth is down 11%. Fatal gun violence is down 42%. We're going to continue to invest in making sure our communities are safe. On economic growth, look at what we're announcing here today. This is yet another example of the progress we've made. We're going to double down on our efforts to create more jobs and economic growth. We've been responsible in terms of the work that DC has done with companies for 18,000 new jobs. That doesn't even include the 250 that are here at Eurofins. In addition to that, as I said before, we've got the only growing economy in the Northeast. We've cut taxes 7 times and made critical investments. And our state is quite healthy. While other states around us are dealing with deficits, we've got an $8 billion surplus, putting us in a strong position as we go into next year to make strategic investments, continue to reduce tax burden and put money back in people's pockets. And all the while I'm doing this, we're protecting people's fundamental freedoms, making sure that when the federal government overreaches and makes our lives more difficult, we stand up to them and continue to protect Pennsylvanians. So you're going to continue to see progress in our Commonwealth. Pennsylvania is on the rise, and I'm proud of our accomplishments that we've been able to put together. Steve.
Two questions. Number one, it's great that Pennsylvania wants to continue to be a leader in life sciences. You also want to be a leader in artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
What does the president's executive order that came down limiting what Pennsylvania is able to do mean for reaction?
I mean, like most of the president's executive orders, it's largely meaningless and symbolic. I will tell you that here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, we are a leader on AI. I was the first governor in the country to sign an executive order deploying AI into the hands of Pennsylvania government workers. And by the way, they're saving over 92 minutes a day as a result of utilizing these technologies. In addition, we've created really good areas of cooperation and collaboration with our universities, particularly Carnegie Mellon University, to make sure we're deploying AI in ethical and responsible ways. We're also building out the infrastructure to support AI, because if we don't build it here in this country, China is going to build it, and we've got to win that battle when it comes to AI, do it responsibly, protect our environment, our water, make sure that we're generating more energy. We're not having this sap the energy that consumers and businesses rely on. So I think we're in a very strong position on that front. And we're going to continue to regulate AI as we need to in order to use it ethically and responsibly. There is something called the 10th Amendment. I'd encourage the President of the United States to actually read it. And so if the Congress of the United States wants to pass a new law that the President signs, and maybe that limits our ability, that's one thing. But the President just signing one of these photo op EOs is not going to change anything here in the Commonwealth. Anything else? Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
The easiest question today. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, unabashed card-carrying member of the Bills Mafia.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Come on, Steve.
You are an unabashed fan with Philadelphia Eagles.
Go
We're
Birds.
inviting the Birds up to Western New York on
Yeah.
Sunday. Your thoughts?
Well, I assume there will be a lake effect snow, right? No, I think the Birds win that game. I mean, it's a very, very, very pivotal game for Buffalo. It is, I think, less important in terms of where the Birds are going to land, somewhere likely between second or third in the seedings. There's an outside chance we get the bye, but I think it's quite outside. So we'll see if all the Birds are playing or not. But I like the Birds' chances overall. Look, Josh Allen's a hell of a quarterback, and the Bills are a really well-coached team. They're a really, really good team. They're nipping on Patriots' heels, although the Pats had a hell of a win late last night. So anyway, we'll see. It should be a good game. I'm going with the Birds. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Hey, listen, I want to wish everybody a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, a healthy New Year, and a peaceful New Year for each and every one of you. And I know this facility will continue to run 24/7 even through the holidays, but even with that, I hope you all get a little bit of downtime. And to our friends in the media who cover important things like this, really wish you all well, and hopefully you guys get some downtime also. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks.